Welcome back. It is the highlight of the week and one we always look forward to on a Wednesday. Wednesday means KAL, or Amanda and Diane's Knit Along.
Yes, that's right. And we want to catch up on some viewer photos because it's been a little while since we've showed your projects, and you all have been sending us some great work. So look at this baby blanket that was sent to us by Margaret Van Horn of Toledo. Look at the little duckies on there.
I was going to say those dogs.
Aren't they cute?
So cute.
Absolutely adorable. Margaret, great work there. Thank you for sending that. And then our friend Pat Holes, she made a baby blanket as well. And she's using a pattern that I'm actually sort of familiar with, Diane, because it's what I do for my dishcloths.
Okay, so tell me more.
Basket weave.
I was going to say, it looks like a basket.
And I love that green because that is, you know, gender neutral. Maybe.
Right. And it's nice and bright, too.
It is. Very, very cute. Pat, great work there. And then look at these.
Oh, that is cute. So this is from Carrie. She's in Bettisville, and these were sent in from her mother-in-law, Laura, who is proud of her creations. And look at all those characters.
Yes, there's a cow there, too, and all sorts of really fun animals. And that looks like a turtle.
Yes, it's cute. I love the shell with the different colors and then the little green body.
The pig is so cute, isn't it?
Bright pink, can't get past it.
Yeah, and that looks like crochet there. And then Allison Wingate, who also crochets, she made a German Shepherd.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the tongue.
That is
He just wants to lick somebody up, right?
Right. Oh, I'm thinking all the little ones are just in love with that, but the detail, it looks exactly. Do they have a German Shepherd? So they wanted to.
I don't know. I'd have to ask Allison. I know she's done a variety of different people, animals, all sorts of things that she's making. Another friend of the show, Pat Hughes, we just had our biggest week in American birding. So she did these little Tweety birds.
Yeah, they are cute. I don't know if everybody was looking for those kind of birds, but if you didn't get your fill last week,
yeah, right.
you can definitely this week. That cardinal is adorable.
Isn't that beautiful? I love cardinals too. So she has also made coasters as well.
Oh, always need the coaster for that cup of coffee.
My coaster.
I saw yours on your desk, the blue one.
Hats are a lot better.
Well, you got to work your way up.
You know,
Pat's a pro.
She is a pro, and she's got the little succulents there and the little, you know,
little flower coasters.
Flower pot. Yeah, very cute, Pat. Always great work. Show us your projects, whether they're finished or not. Send us photos of what you're working on. You can post them on my Facebook page, Diane's Facebook page. We want to see them. Include your name, where you're from, any other details about your project that you like to share. Maybe the pattern.
Right, the pattern or who it's for. You know, if it's not a surprise, we'll try to keep, you know, that undercover of the surprise. But yeah, we want to see what you're working on, even if it's halfway. Of course, we're also, you know, always working on projects. And, you know, we love seeing what everybody's got going. So there's also some active projects right now on the couch even.
Yes, we have a project happening right now. Gloria Gillhouse and Theresa Isaacs, they're from a Harvest Tabernacle Church in Toledo, and they're getting together. You're starting an octopus.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so,
good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about, you know, octopi before, and of course they help a lot of kids at the hospital, and that's really kind of where the idea came from.
Yes, it is. I work at the hospital, so I wanted to be able to give back to the kids because it's important to be able to do that. And so I took it to the church, and that was the mission project, which made me very happy.
Yes. Wonderful. And, you know, give back to people in the community. And so you asked Theresa.
I asked Theresa to help me because I was so stuck in one. I couldn't figure out where I was at in the pattern. I couldn't figure out what I was doing. I was like, I need help. So I was like, Theresa knows how to crochet. So I was like, Theresa, can you help me? And she's like, absolutely. And so then when I talked to the women's ministry president, she said, this is our mission project. I said, Theresa, can you help the church?
Can you teach everyone else?
It isn't just me, it's everybody.
And she said, yes, absolutely. So that was our meeting. It was learning how to do the octopi.
And so
just get it to hold still so I could pull it
So you could pull it through. So you've made a bunch of these already, Theresa, right?
I've done 15 of them.
15 so far, and they're so cute because you brought that one with you here.
Yes.
And, you know, talk a little bit about why the babies at the NICU specifically, we want these for them.
Because they have the tentacles on them, and they are like the cords and the IVs, so they they don't pull on the IVs and they don't pull on the cords, they will grab the tentacles instead of all of the medical stuff.
We don't want them pulling those
we
out.
don't want them, yes, we don't want them pulling the medical stuff out.
Setting
So
alarms
that's why they give them the octopus.
Oh, they're
Yes.
so cute.
And how many has the church been able to collect? Because I know your mission project is still going.
I don't know. The other ladies are making them. I don't know. We don't have a count yet.
Bring them in and you'll get a bunch.
We will know this Saturday.
We will know this Saturday the count. Yes.
We've got, of course, knitters and crocheters really at home who like to give back and do things. Would you take any donations from any of our crocheters?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, and should we drop them off at the church? Because will you be taking them here soon, or should we bring them to the hospital? Kind of how does that drop off work?
You could take them straight to the hospital. And entrance B. I had to think of the entrance.
It's B. The guest, there's like a
I had to
guest
think of the
information
entrance
table.
because A and B are right together, but entrance B, that is where you would drop them off.
Yeah. And how has the experience been kind of teaching the whole church? I know you said most people were able to pick it up, but has that been, really fun? But
been
even
fun.
the community,
It's been
aspect.
fun.
Yeah, and what kind of yarn do you like to use for this?
Baby yarn.
The baby yarn specifically, because we want it to be nice and soft, right?
Yes, and a 3.5 hook.
3.5
Yeah,
hooks.
that's small.
Get those. I know. I was looking at it. She's looping them. It's very,
Yeah, so we don't do a lot of crochet, so we're just
No.
kind of,
I learned to crochet almost 50 years ago.
Wow. So you do have all that experience. So you could teach folks like Gloria.
Yeah. Yes, I'm really slow at doing it, so I'm just.
That's okay, you're doing it though. That's what we love.
I can do 2 of these in 3 days.
2 and 3
2 and
days.
3
She's
days.
quick. I mean, it's okay
And
if
I'm
you're
still
slow.
working on my first one.
You're still working on it. That is okay. You will get it
Yes.
done. We have faith.
I have faith that I'm going to get done by Saturday.
Slow and steady, slow and steady. So, ladies, thank you so much for coming in today. It's coming together. Look at Diane. She's already got. Is that a tentacle there that you're doing?
No, that is the very top.
The top of the head.
You start at the top and you just work your way down, and then the tentacles are it's all one string of yarn.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so cute. They're so cute. The babies are going to love them and cuddle up on them.
And the families too.
Yes, and they get to take them home with them too
Yes,
from
they
the
do.
hospital. So that's really sweet that you all are working on this project, and we appreciate you coming in and
Well,
talking
I know
about
I
it.
took 6 of them to St. V's NICU, and that woman could not open them doors fast enough.
Please bring them. Ladies, thanks so much for
Thank
coming
you.
today. We
Thank you for having
appreciate it.
us.
Yes,
Thank
beautiful
you.
work. Yep. We'll be back with more Good Day coming up after the break. Stay with us.